All right. Looks like we are live right now. Looks like we are all set and ready to go. How is everyone doing? How y'all doing? How y'all doing right now? Everyone hear me? Everyone hear me just fine? Let me know how the audio is coming in, how the video looks as well. Want to make sure that we are all copacetic. We got Jim the Mad Viking. What's going on, man? Stitch, good to see you again. It's been so long. Josh Bizjack, what's going on, dude? Coop303, how you doing, man? Jesse Chavez, howdy. Sample, howdy to yourself, man. Let's see here. Let's see if we can raise mine up just a little bit. Rocky Airsoft, ask next time you place an order, and then we might be able to hook you up, man. I don't mind giving a little sticker away. You know, just let us know. Just let us know. And we'll get started in about like 4 minutes. 4 minutes, we'll go ahead and officially begin the actual stream and start answering some questions. Caden, how you doing, bro? Rocky Airsoft. Jason, how you doing, man? Jesse Godinez, hey, man, what's going on, bro? CJ Spartan 225, hello back, bruh. Hello back. How is everyone doing? Hello there. I'm always like quoting that. I'm always just saying like randomly, like when I go into a room, hello there, right now. And I feel like if it's people my age or younger, they'll typically get it. But a lot of times when I say it like that, no one gets it, and I get really sad. I get really depressed, really espresso depresso, because no one responds back with General Kenobi. Jim the Mad Viking just went after. I mean, I can't guarantee anything, but I mean, like, hey, if you say it, you know, you might. Jessica Godinez, yeah, man, you know what's up. Late response, but I'm doing just fine, even better now that I'm watching. Hey, Sample, thank you so much for that. It means the world to me that you guys, first of all, it means the world to me that you guys choose to spend your free time hanging out with me. But yeah, if you guys haven't already, make sure to go ahead and share this around with as many people as you can. See if we can get as many people asking their Airsoft-related questions. Josh Pizjack, I will definitely answer that. And I'll go more. I'm gonna say AEG, but again, I'll go more into that once we officially start in like 2 minutes. But just for the sake of saying it, I'll say AEG for now. Okay. Wow. Oh, yeah, we got like 2 more minutes before we officially start answering the questions and start getting on into it. There are a lot of stuff we might want to go over. And there's some cool shit, too. There's some good promos going on right now as well that you're going to want to take advantage of. So how's your guys' weekend going so far? You guys playing this weekend? You guys going out airsofting, or are you guys staying home? For me, after work today, I actually have my little brother's birthday party that I'm going to be going to. I got that to go to, and then the Sunday, not much. We actually are pretty much going to be like just chilling. However, this coming week, we're actually going to get some construction done over at my house in my backyard, so that way we have a little more space. Because there's a lot of debris from the previous neighbors that had left the house, kind of not in the best condition. Just they were older. But we're gonna have it start. We did a lot of the cleaning ourselves, but there's a lot of like heavy stuff that we just can't get rid of by ourselves. My girlfriend and I, we don't have a trailer to go ahead and pick up all the junk, so we actually hired some guys to go ahead and get rid of all the debris and just shit that was back there. So we're gonna have that cleared out because we're actually gonna be working on getting a pool installed in my house. So I'm very much looking forward to that. I'm very excited for that. That'll be very, very cool. Because now when I go out airsofting, I can come back home, hang out with my dog. Hang out with my fiance, and then we can just chill in the pool and relax and drink some martinis. Had a match at Concrete Plant last night. It's one of our private fields. Hey, that sounds really fun. That sounds really, really cool, actually. Do you play Warzone? Yeah, every once in a while I will. A lot of my homies are actually kind of like busy a lot of the time, so we can't actually all get together and actually play. As sad as that sounds, it's just reality, right? Like we're all very busy. But yeah, it's not a big deal. When I can, yes, I do try to. All right, guys, now that it is 3:35, welcome to another episode of the Storefront live stream, a Q&A, Ask Me Anything. My name is Isaias. I will be your host for today's episode. Thank you all for joining me, everyone that decided to go ahead and hang out with me. Hopefully, we're going to have an awesome time streaming together. We're going to be answering some questions, hanging out with the community, but I want to go over some promos right now and some things we want to get out of the way first, right? Right now, we have extended the promo for the Bigger Wins YouTube Unboxing Mystery Box. Order one of these bad boys, and you will be getting 10 entries into Thursday's shopping spree giveaway going on for $2,400. That's $2,400 that you can win just by placing a single order that is $20 or more. However, you place an order for one of these guys, you get 10 entries. You get 10 chances to win, right? And the $2,400, that ain't no chump change. You can do a lot of damage with $2,400. Right? Not only that, we thought, you know, why don't we go to give a little more back to the community during this live stream? Any $50 order that you place or greater before 5:30 p.m. or before 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, right? You'll be receiving 5 entries into the shopping spree giveaway. Oh, into the shopping spree giveaway? What the heck? Into the shopping spree giveaway, right? The shopping spree giveaway. 5 entries. But you got to place an order that's $50 or more in the subtotal. So it can be an accumulation of things. It can be for one solid thing. Doesn't matter. If it's BBs, green gas, maybe picking up some accessories, right? If it's over $50, you're going to be getting 5 entries, right? You just got to place it before the end of the stream. Typically, I end it at 5 o'clock. Now, any order that you place for a $100 airsoft gun, before 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time as well, you will be getting 10 entries into the shopping spree giveaway. That's 10 chances to win, 10 opportunities. Don't miss your chance and order now while you can. Because again, once the stream is up, those promos, these 2 bad boys right here, that is it. That is over. That is not going to be happening again. So make sure that you take advantage while you can. We have a ton of new products that are available right now on the website. A lot of new holsters, a lot of new mag pouches, some new combos as well. Again, got the pre-order for the Mayo Gang MDC4 Mark II. Got some of the combos available as well. And then if you go over here, right, I'm just going to go on the website. I forgot to pull that up. There you go. There you go. Nothing to see here. You go here and you're going to wait for the sales page. There you go. Just to pop up just like that. Click that bad boy. And you're going to see all these shocker deals that we still have available right here. And if you notice, some of them are actually going to be ending. Some of them within like 8 hours, right? So make sure that you place your orders for these deals. Because again, some of the stuff is really, really discounted. Take a look at this, right? This G&G GR25 sniper, a classic, a proper classic, right? That is discounted. When is G&G high-end stuff ever discounted? Like almost fucking never, right? Keep going. You got the Tokyo Marui AK Storm, right? That one's also going to be discounted as well. Like what the heck? Right? When is Tokyo Marui ever discounted? Fucking never. That's when. Never. And that's a good amount. 546 to 503. And again, that's only going to be for another 8 hours. So make sure that you place your orders now and take advantage of all the discounts we have going on. These are the best deals that you can possibly get right now. So order yours while you can. And that should about cover all the promos right now. So with that said, why don't we go ahead and start answering some questions? So here's the rules. You are more than welcome to ask your question more than once. If I didn't already answer your question, you know, sometimes I get it, sometimes I miss it. It can happen. Just feel free to do it again. Just don't spam your question, please. If you spam in the chat, in the live chat, that is not the comment section. If you spam in the live chat, we're basically going to end up kicking you, and no one's going to have a good time doing that, so just best not to do it, period. So make sure to go ahead and not spam, right? But again, you are more than welcome to ask your question more than once if I didn't already answer it. If you can, please do me a big favor. If you are going to ask a question, make sure you put the letter Q in front of your question. That way I can more easily identify it and single it out. Sometimes, you know, things can get lost in the chat, but having the Q there does help me quite a bit. And that's about it. Why don't we get right into it? The first question that I did see was actually from Josh Bizjak. Squishin, you were asking HPA or AG. I actually said AG, but again, that's going to be a matter of individual preference, right? When it comes to HPA, there are a lot of benefits with it. The amount of control being one of them. Just being able to tune everything down to the most minute detail is very, very fucking cool. And it's a fantastic system, right? Being able to just through PSI, right? Be able to control that and being able to go to like both indoor, outdoor fields to be able to have like everything tunable to what you need it to. And the trigger response that you get out of an HPA build are like second to none, basically. Now, with that said, when they came out, there was nothing that even came close to it. Now, I'm be honest, I feel like a lot of AEGs, even some that are coming out of the box, are getting closer and closer to the performance of an HPA gun. Now, will you have the same level of control in your palm of your hands that easily? No, probably not. But it is getting easier to get to the same performance spec that an HPA gun could achieve. The trigger response, you can come pretty damn close to it. Yeah, really, really old. Ultimately depends on what you like. Personally, I like the realism aspect of airsoft. So having a big tank and a line just kind of killed it for me. I didn't really want to have to deal with it, but I understand why it exists. It's a good system. I just feel like again, it kind of takes me out of the immersion, which is fine. If you don't care, then by all means, go crazy, man. Do what you like. All right, let's go to the most recent questions. Oh, hey, we got a good amount of questions. Okay, this one comes from Steve Y. I'm new to Airsoft. What is a good starter gun, and what do I need to know? Well, Steve Y, this is actually a very good place to get started with. And also, thank you for tuning in. I much appreciated you actually coming to me for all the questions. I know it can be kind of intimidating sometimes going to like random shops because I've been in that position where I've been made fun of for asking questions. But that's a very good question. What is a good starter gun in general? Well, pretty much to answer your question, anything can be a good starter gun. It ultimately depends on your budget. Now, for me personally, as a rep, I understand that a lot of people's financial situations can vary from person to person, and I don't want to go off right off the bat with recommending something super, super expensive and making the customer feel bad that they can't afford it, and that makes them feel like they can't get anything. Because the reality is, you can get a solid airsoft gun anywhere at the end of the day for like anywhere from, I would say, personally, $150 to about $250. That's like my ideal budget that I usually say I like to give to people, right? Like $150 to $250 is where I would say like where most of these solid beginner / intermediate guns are going to be, and that's where you typically want to look at, right? So for a starter gun, usually my go-to brands typically for starter budget guns are going to be like Lancer Tactical, specifically the Gen 2, maybe even the Gen 3 series, but I normally like to stick within the Gen 2. Octurus, sometimes, right? Depends. Classic Army, and I mean, yeah, I guess you could make the argument Specna arms as well, right? But for me personally, it's definitely gonna be Lancer at the end of the day. Like they're I mean, you can't really fault them, right? Like take a look at this, right? Let's go Lancer Tactical Gen 2, right? On their airsoft guns, AEGs. We can go from status. Let's go to low to high, right? We'll go to low to high. Let's see. Right? Like, let's get, say, you want to get something with some more rail space on there, maybe some more customization options. Yeah, you can go with something like one of these bad boys, right? Let's see. Let's do this. Let's do this one, right? All right, LTO4B. Again, this is just an arbitrary model that I grabbed. You can go with any one of the models within the Gen 2 lineup. Normally, I like the standard Gen 2s, the ones that come included with the 9.6 nickel hydrate battery and a charger. Again, the fact that it comes included with a battery and charger is nice. It's not the best battery and charger in the world at all, honestly. In fact, I would say it's one of those, you get started with it, play with it for a while, and then replace it with a good quality LiPo battery. But again, it's not a bad choice, and it's offering a lot of value for the money. A lot of the standard Gen 2s retail for less than $220, which is really, really good, right? This guy, for example, 179, right? You're getting a very solid polymer receiver set. You are going to be getting a Picatinny quad rail, right? Metal outer barrel, 603 Type 4 inner barrel, rotary style hop-up chamber, quick change spring system. You get the works out of this bad boy, and it's a standard version 2 gearbox, so you can plug in whatever upgrade components you want at the end of the day, which is very, very nice to hear, right? And again, like I said, 9.6 nickel hydrate battery and a basic wall charger right out of the box. That's a lot of value right there. You pretty much have everything that you need. I would say, as far as like the reason why I recommend that, Steve Y, is because again, I want to offer you something that's like, and GI as a whole, right? We want to give our customers options, and it ultimately depends on your budget, right? That's one option that I would suggest. If you want to get something else, I would also say maybe pick up an Octurus NY02. Let's go with one of these. Octurus is another brand that I also like to recommend. Some of their base models are really, really solid, like this guy. Let's take a look at this one. NY02 CQ. This is the 10-inch M4. You are getting also polymer upper and lower receiver, metal rail system. You are getting a micro switch trigger, right, which is very, very nice. A 602 Type 4 inner barrel, right, very cool, and a quick change spring system as well. So again, a lot of the very similar features, plus the micro switch trigger, right? If you compare it to the Lancer, a lot of people really like Octurus. I'm one of those guys too. I think they're shimmed very, very well. It's a very good quality gearbox you get out of the box. Yeah, that's another brand that I would highly recommend. Ultimately, honestly, it really depends on what sort of style and preferences you're looking for, or you have in mind. Also, what fields you're going to be playing at too. I like to recommend stuff that has a quicker change spring system, or a quick change spring system, just because it makes it very convenient for a beginner player to play with. Because one day you might want to try outdoor, and then the next you might want to try playing indoors. So having a gun that's very easy to change or adjust your FPS is going to be very, very ideal. That's just something that I would like to keep in mind. Rocky Airsoft, do you know if ASGI ever sponsors channels or sends out products to promote? Rocky Airsoft, yes, we do. It typically depends, though. It has to depend on the person like asking, right? Because remember, sponsorships have to be a two-way street. It has to be mutually beneficial for both parties. We can't just go ahead and say like, oh yeah, like this person sponsored, give them whatever they want, and then not expect anything back. Typically, if we have a deal with like especially like a more lucrative, I would say, deal with any like channels that we've ever sponsored before, it was always because they were offering something back because they had a really large fan base. They had a large social media presence. They could reach out to a target demographic or a target audience and in a very effective way. That has to be what ultimately someone who's looking for a sponsorship has to bring to the table. Exposure for us, they have to be able to get the word spread out in an effective way. And I don't just mean, oh, I'm just told my family and that's it, right? Like, no, they have to have a good presence online. And that's sort of the biggest thing that we look for. This one comes from Caden Eldridge. Another good question. Do you know if there will be an MGC4 Mark III? Yes. We are currently in the very early setup or early phases of development for the MGC4 Mark III, whatever name we decide to go ahead and give it. We haven't fully officially given it a name yet. It might be the Mark III. It might be something else entirely. It might just, you heard it first, it might just be a gas blowback pistol too. That could also be a very big possibility. We are looking into it. As soon as more stuff gets developed and more development gets underway, we'll be letting all of you guys know, especially in our Discord server. This is a good one. Lucas Mulligan, battle belt or plate carrier? For me, plate carrier. Like, battle belts like look cool, and I'm always jealous of people that can wear them, but I don't know, man. Something every time I try to put on a battle belt, I always feel like it just doesn't fit well. I don't know, like it just doesn't fit comfortably, you know? I usually like to have stuff on like one setup, right? Don't get me wrong, I'll wear a belt, right? I don't want my pants falling. But I usually feel like a plate carrier is the better option, at least for me personally. I like stuff on like a unit that doesn't ride on my belt or can't possibly drag my pants down. Okay, let's go ahead and keep going on through. All right, I want to go ahead and give a shout out, looks like, to Stitch and Viking. Looks like those are the only two so far that have taken advantage of the $50 promo going on right now for 5 entries. They got themselves the extra 5 entries into the shopping spree giveaway. Guys, you got to make sure that you follow suit, and again, they have the highest odds right now of winning the shopping spree giveaway, but you can as well. Make sure you take advantage of all the promos going on right now. Remember, you purchase a bigger wins Unboxing mystery box, and you're going to be getting 10 entries in the shopping spree giveaway. You take advantage of the $50 one, you're going to be getting 5 entries. But if you place an order for any airsoft gun, literally any airsoft gun that's $100 or more, right now during the stream, you get 10 entries into the shopping spree giveaway. Don't miss out. All right, let's see here. Just go and keep scrolling up. Okay, let's go ahead and scroll down to the most recent questions. Holy shit. Caden, guys should call your new gun the AK or Stealth. We can definitely take some suggestions. If you guys want to give us, say, maybe some nicknames potentially for the MGC4 Mark III, or whatever name we decide to give it. If you guys want to give your suggestions, feel free to go ahead and let us know. Like DM us too. Like we can take those into account. Got my 5 entries and asked for a patch again. Jim the Mad Viking, thank you. We can see about maybe hooking you up with a patch, maybe. We can see about maybe hooking you up with a patch. Stephen White, thank you. No, dude, of course. If you have any other questions, again, if you're here's the thing, guys. For anyone watching, if any of you know any beginners, tell them to watch this stream, and I will do everything that I can to help them out as much as I possibly can. And if you guys watching, any of you right now are watching, and you have any questions about Airsoft as a whole, about the community, recommendations, what should I go with this? Should I go with this, right? Is it worth getting this? You're more than welcome to ask. I do not mind, right? I want to make sure I help out everyone that I possibly can. Okay, Jim the Mad Viking. Is the ENC M16 VN LiPo ready? Depends what you mean. If you mean like 11.1 LiPo ready, I don't believe the ENCs are going to be using any sort of ETU or MOSFET right out of the box. Let me double check. I don't believe they are, though. Let me double check ENC. I'm pretty sure they're just using standard trigger contacts, but let's double check. Yeah, they're just using basic trigger contacts, very basic construction. I would say, You can if you want to put an 11-1, and it does shoot okay. It does shoot good. But just bear in mind when it comes to any airsoft gun, right, that doesn't feature any sort of like MOSFET or ETU, it will be a matter of time before the contacts do burn out eventually. But I would say if you want to just use Rocket 7.4 in the meantime, I would say you go for it. I mean, hey, here's the thing, right? It's at the end of the day, it is still a simple version 2 gearbox. So if you want to snag one of these bad boys, maybe pick yourself up a simple MOSFET, or maybe even something like a Gate Titan. I'm just saying, maybe a Perrin if any of those are left, right? Maybe snag one of those bad boys, do the install, and there you go, right? There you go. And especially because it's on a shocker deal right now, $216, bro. That's a fat discount, big old fat discount. Team Shadow Airsoft, Arcturus Centaur. I know it's amazing. Yeah, Arcturus. Most Arcturus guns are really, really good. The only Arcturus guns I'm not a fan of is the Cat, and it's more of a cosmetic thing more than anything. But yeah, all the Arcturus guns are made very, very well. Let's see here. All right, let's see here. Keep going through. All right, sorry about that. Which is amazing. Okay, this one comes from Kirill Krestev. Hey, I think I remember your name, bro. Hi again. What do you think is better, and what are the different advantages of a tubular sight compared to hollow? So, when it comes to like the shapes, right, of the different style optics, right, usually I prefer something that has a much larger sight picture. Now that can be tube shaped as well, but it has to be pretty big, right? I don't want to have to squint my eyes, and I feel like a lot of optics, similar to like the T1, the T2, a lot of tube optics, do, or they can lead to a bit of tunnel vision, I feel, right? Like you kind of end up focusing real hard on the one dot, right? And granted, it takes a lot of training and practice to get used to it, but I would say that for me, I usually prefer something that kind of reflects more like either quote unquote a hollow, that's not really, but yeah, like a holographic sight, or a red dot or green dot, like reflex style optic, something along those. Like one of my favorite optics right now, this has got to be one of them, right? Oh, my back. I need a good back crack. I need a good back massage, man. I went to the gym yesterday. I'm hella sore right now. Yeah. The EG1 from ACW, like these things are dope, man. I've put these on several. I actually put one of these on my like MGC4 Mark II like custom build that we had, that Boaz, Cisco, and I did. Like I'm on my variation, I actually threw an EG1 this exact color on there, and it looks good, man. I love the way this optic looks on guns, and looking through it, it works very well, very, very well. I feel like it's a lot easier to keep both eyes open with this one. Yeah, and if you guys haven't already, thank you, Josh. Make sure to go ahead and leave a like button. That really helps us up. Make sure to go ahead and share this video around with as many people as you know. It really helps us really fight and combat that YouTube algorithm, because YouTube really does not like anything airsoft related. Make sure to go ahead and shop for all your airsoft goodies at Airsoft GI. Remember, any order for a bigger wins YouTube unboxing mystery box gets you 10 entries. You order any airsoft gun that's $100 or more before the end of the live stream, before 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, you get yourself 10 entries as well. And then, of course, order anything $50 or more, right? It could be an accumulation of things, maybe just one item in particular. If it's $50 or more, you'll be getting 5 entries in the shopping spree giveaway. So order now. Okay, let's see here. Jonas Vasquez, what MOSFET do you recommend? It typically depends on like what you're looking for. There are some like basic MOSFETs / ETUs that exist out there that are like very rudimentary and are just meant to, either replace or protect the trigger contacts that you have currently inside your AEG, right? And if that's the case, there's some really cheap ones. I think, let's see. Gate MOSFET. I think, is it Gate or is it... Yeah, there's a couple different MOSFET units out there. Just a matter of which one you actually like, and which one's going to be within your budget, right? Yeah, like there was even one of these guys, right? Something as simple as one of these, right? The low resistance MOSFET, like something like this, or this Perrin low resistance MOSFET, like $22. That wasn't bad, actually. That was really good, right? Really, honestly, it depends on like what sort of gun you're putting it into, because there are some like the Titan, for example, right? Like if you take any of the Titans, they offer a lot of programming options. Now, if any of those options weren't really something you were looking for, then I'd say just forget it, right? Go with something more basic, and you can save yourself the money. But it really depends on what you're looking to do with the gun and what you hope to get out of it. As to that one, Luka Mulligan, should I get Surf4? Is there a better M4 AEG around that price point? I forget the exact price on that one specifically, but I feel like for what you're paying, I feel like you're just paying for the name at that point. Go for something else, I would say. Usually you can go with anything from Classic Army, Lights Tactical, because bear in mind, a lot of the stuff that he has, like I'm just be honest, a lot of it comes from the same factory, man. A lot of it comes from the exact same factory, right? So I would say save yourself the money on the name, get something else. Stephen Pham, what's the best Vietnam era choice? The M16 or M14? Ooh. Okay, M16's easier. I'll say that. M16 is easier because at the end of the day, it is still using a version 2 gearbox, right? It is an AR platform. Literally the AR platform, right? Going with that will make it a lot easier for you to find upgrade components, replacement parts, even magazines. Now, obviously, finding the correct box like style, like 20 round, like Vietnam style magazines is a little harder. We do sell them, but they can be sold out from time to time. But at the end of the day, you can also just use a regular 30 round magazine, and that'll technically speaking work as well. Like obviously, it's not ideal, but you can do it, and magazines are always going to be plentiful for that, right? Whereas an M14, it can be a little more difficult, right? Looks like, let's see, my boy Chris. What is it, Christian? I don't know if that's Christian or that's spelled Chris wrong. Got himself several 5 entries. Yeah, the same guy, 5 entries. Got himself several. Took advantage of several of the promos going on. He got the $50 orders and got himself several different entries of the $5. So it looks like 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it looks like he got himself 20 entries into the shopping spree giveaway. Holy shit, my guy. Holy crap. Guys, he has the highest odds of winning the shopping spree giveaway right now. Make sure you take advantage of the promos we have going on. Remember, any $50 plus order you make right now will get you 5 entries into the giveaway. However, if it's for an airsoft gun and it happens to be $100 or more, you're going to be getting 10 entries into the giveaway. Not to mention, the bigger wins you do Boxing Mystery Box. We grant requests on that. You automatic free shipping, right? You're entered into some bonus raffles, and you get 10 entries in the shopping spree giveaway. Fuck. This one comes from Cutter. Here's his thing so much of the Mayo Gang secret mission for the... Oh, Cutter, yeah, no, I'm making sure to make it something for the Mayo Gang to be proud of. Absolutely, dude, no. Like, here's the thing. Real Wild and Stitch came up to me about that, right, of what they wanted to do. And I was like, dude, fuck yeah. They told me what's going on, Cutter. Like, obviously, I mean, I don't know if they were supposed to keep it a secret or not from you, but they actually told me what was going on with you and everything. And of course, I'm sure you kind of figured that out. But they told me, and I was like, dude, what the fuck? And so, yeah, we wanted to give you something just as thank you for being a very big supporter of the Mayo Gang, for being a very active member in this community, for helping people out, and for just being a positive, positive force, right? Because Airsoft needs more and more positivity. We need more people out there being good, and I don't mean being good players as in like, oh yeah, I'm so good, I get this because no, I don't give a fuck about that. I mean just being good influences on the airsoft community, because there's too much like crap and toxicity out there, I feel. So us garnishing and like really nurturing this community is only going to do the airsoft community as a whole that much better, right? It's going to serve so much more, because all these members of the Mayo Gang are going to go out and be good players, be good airsofters, and then help get more people into this amazing hobby, right? And you're one of them. You are one of them. And we wanted to give you this the challenge kit, just again something to give you hope, man. Something to go ahead and give you hope, and to let you know that everything's gonna be all right, bro. Everything's gonna be all right. Yeah, dude. I hope you're happy, and I cannot wait to go ahead and see the final project once it's done. Okay, answer that one. Okay, let's scroll down to the most recent questions. Community rocks. Absolutely, it does. Absolutely. Cutter is the man. 100%. Okay, this one comes from Luka Mulligan. I've been wanting to get into airsoft for about a year. Oh, dude, I am so sorry. My eyes really hurt. I don't know. My eyes recently have just been hurting a lot when I stare at screens for a little too long. I had to like get some like Stitch was actually recommending me that I get some like gaming glasses or gaming goggles, so, like they'll help out with the blue light. As I'm getting older, here's the thing: I'm getting old, guys. I like turned 27 this year. I turned 27 this year, right? Like I'm getting older. I need to start taking better care of my eyes. Okay. Anyway, back to the question. Wanted to get into airsoft for about a year, but parents are worried about the killing aspect of it. How should I convince them otherwise? Thanks. Okay, Luca. What I would suggest for that, like, because I can understand that, right? They're like, they don't want something that's like super violent. Let them know, like, hey, just like contact sports do have an element of like, quote unquote, of perceived violence to them. The community itself, and you can let them know, like, the community itself is very welcoming, very wholesome. It's a very cool community to be a part of. Another thing that a lot of kids have actually used, and if you've seen the South Park episode where they actually talk about airsoft, or airsoft is like part of the plays into the story, that you can use that line that Kyle Wright uses to try to convince his dad to get into it, right? It's a good hobby. It's an active sport that gets you off your feet, out of the house. It gets you talking with other people. It can help grow your confidence as well and your communication skills, because you have to work together in a team where you don't know the other person, so you have to work together to reach a common goal, and that is to either to win the game or to hold an objective, whatever it may be, right? It's a great outdoor experience. It's an extreme sport. I would say yes, it can be. It's an extreme sport that can be viewed as having a violent or perceived violent aspect to it. But there's no one that's truly getting that hurt in airsoft, right? It's all a honor-based game, right? That we all play willingly. Yeah, that's pretty much about it. Like, that's the biggest thing. I would say it's just telling your parents that, hey, this is something that I want to do to get out of the house, so that I'm not constantly bored at home, or I'm not just, super depressed at home. This is going to help me get out of the house and actually start making some friends, right? That's like one of the biggest things that will any parent, and this, again, granted, I myself am not a parent, right? So actual parents out there, feel free to chime in. But from what it seems like, and just when I talk to my dad, when I talk to my mom about it, they were originally opposed to me doing airsoft as well. But I want to let them know, hey, I want to be able to get out and make some friends, and this seems like a really good way to do it. And I don't have to stay at home all the time, just lounging about on the couch, waiting for stuff to happen, when I can be out, be active, and actually take care of myself. There you go. Most parents are going to be like, all right, fuck, he's got me, right? He's got me. That's like, I feel like the argument that always wins. Team Shadow Airsoft. Okay, just did a few orders. My man. Okay, let's go ahead and answer that one. Okay, let's scroll down to the most recent questions. Holy shit, a lot of comments. Okay, this one comes from, do you think investing in a helmet is worth it? If so, which one should I get? Excellent question, Fishy Fish. Guys, remember, if you do want to ask a question, make sure to go ahead and leave a letter Q in front of your question. Don't worry, I'm not calling anyone out. Just really helps me out when identifying the questions that we have in the chat. Put a letter Q in front of your question. But to answer your question, Fishy Fish, if you want it, that's what I would say. Helmets can be cool, right? Helmets absolutely can be cool, especially if you're trying to go for the look, right? Now, because I play, it's obviously SoCal, it is very hot. It gets very, very hot out here, right? And a lot of guys that play out in like the Southwest, right? You guys can agree to that when it gets hot, the last thing you want to wear is a goddamn helmet, right? For me, honestly, what I've been doing a lot of, obviously, like my eye protection that's required at every single field you go to, maybe some lower mesh, right, depending on which variation I want to wear up. Sometimes I'll wear just like the mesh guard over my mouth, and I'll wear like a like a face wrap, because again, I want to be able to properly aim down my eye optics and aim down sights. But I'll also wear just like a sweatband or like a headband, like a bandana, right? Because it's like, it gets hot, man. I don't want to like get the sweat in my eye, right? So wearing that is, I feel like, more essential piece of kit for me. But if you want to wear the helmets, absolutely. There are a ton of different helmets that you can get online, right? Let's go tactical gear. Let's go. Oh, my eyes really hurt. Headwear. Oh, God, freaking hell. I'm trying not to like let it get to me, but it's like, man, freaking, there you go. My eyes are burning. What the heck? That's not good. Yeah, you can get a couple different like helmets as far as styles. They each have their own pros and cons, but for the most part, most of like the BJ helmets, the maritime helmets, like all these are gonna fit fairly comfortably, right? They're all generally gonna be like one size fits all, large to XL. They're adjustable too. So they have an adjustable back strap or chin strap like a skateboard helmet. Something like, I mean, yeah, even if you want to save a little bit of money, you can go with the FMA Labs. These are not bad, right? These are solid. These are pretty cool, right? Arc rail adapters come included. This is more of like the skateboard frame, right? Or actually, no, it has the adjustable backstrap. Yeah, that's fine. That works. I like anything that has the adjustable backstrap, like that ratchet system in the back. That's gonna be golden. Gonna be golden. That's what you want typically, right? Got the nice arc rails on there, so you can go in and start adding whatever accessories. If you want to start putting comms and attach them to the arc rail adapters, right? That's another thing you can do. It really just depends ultimately if you want to go that route. I did, but after a while, I was just like, you know what? Is it really worth it? For me personally, not as much. Again, just rocking the bandana, right? Letting it fly, right? Looking like Solid Snake on the field or Rambo. That's my vibe. But again, you can do whatever it is that you'd like. Okay, let's see here. Heading out, see y'all later. Later, Sitch. Good seeing you, man. Thank you so much, too. Sitch and Kaylee Stimulin are such sweethearts, by the way. They came in because we were talking about the whole thing with Cutter, and they brought in like some Hawaiian food for us, some spam musubi. Dude, it was so good. It was so good. I hadn't eaten breakfast today because I only eat like once a day normally. So they brought me some spam musubi. Oh my god, it was so fucking fire. It was so good. It was so good. Scrolling Nuts Airsoft. Hey, what's going on, man? Good to see you here. Okay, let's see here. Okay, this one comes from Kirill Krastev. What battery upgrade would be the best for performance and safe for the stock internals of the Sun option for the stock battery is now it's not really going to matter. Typically what I would recommend that's safe. I mean, you can stick with the 9.6 nickel hydrate batteries. Here's the thing. The 9.6 nickel hydrate battery, is it old? Yes. Does it work? Yes. Right? And there's a reason for it. It's a decent battery. I personally prefer lipos. They are a lot faster to charge for sure, right? They can be a lot smaller, more compact. Yeah, I just typically like lipos a little bit more, and I don't mind how slow rate of fire wise is with a 7.4. At the end of the day, I typically don't mind it. Usually, I would say if you want to stick with the 9.6 mechanohydrate, I would say go for it. I'm not familiar with that specific model AR, so I'm not 100% certain of the internals. However, if I'm assuming what it's most likely, it doesn't have a pre-installed ETU or MOSFET pre-installed. So yes, either sticking with that 7.4 or 9.6 is typically what you would want to go with until you want to. Here's the thing, you can get an 11.1 plugged in, and I would normally do that because I don't care if I mess up my internals because I know I'm going to upgrade them anyway. But if you wanted to keep it as like stock as much as possible or as long as possible, then I would say yeah, stick with the 9.6s or 7.4s. You can go 7.4 lipo. Okay, let's see here. Make sure I'm not missing anything. DJ, what's going on, man? Yeah, Cutter, that's another good way. So telling us just an advanced game of tag, and when you tag someone with a BB, they're out. That's literally it, right? That is literally all you got to say, too, right? It's just a glorified game of tag at the end of the day, right? But again, I think just appealing to the parents' like good nature, right, and letting them know that, hey, this is for my own health, this is for my own benefit, so that I can go out and start making friends, so I live a more active lifestyle. Dude, what parent is going to say no to that, right? What parent is going to say no to that? Even my parents were. Here's the thing. My parents generally are like very anti, what would I say? I would say that they're typically, right, pretty anti-gun overall. Like they're just not like very much into firearms. And I don't want to blame him. My dad's he's like one of the toughest guys I know. Man's literally been shot at multiple times in his life. But he just doesn't like guns, right? And I get it. He has a little bit of PTSD. And I totally understand. He doesn't want anything happening with it. I'm pretty sure he owns a few, but he just doesn't tell anyone for home defense. But regardless, my mom is very much anti-gun as well. And I understand why. Like, you know, she had some bad experiences growing up as well that kind of gave her some PTSD. So they just don't want to see guns at all. I understand their perspective. I don't blame them for having it. And they didn't want me being this much into guns, and I do. I like Airsoft a lot, right? A lot. I can keep talking about it for fucking hours, right? And Boss Man always says, right, you can just keep talking about Airsoft for hours, can't you? I'm like, yeah, absolutely I can. But you know, like that was what I used to kind of help appeal to my parents to, like, hey, don't try to restrict me on playing airsoft, because at the end of the day, you're the one that wanted me to go out, start making friends, and be active, right? And start getting off the couch and stop playing so much video games. There you go, right? I'm out there being active. I'm running around like crazy on the field. And they'd be like, "Oh, I don't know if you have the time commitment to be playing, right? Because you also have water polo, you have swim, you have drama club, you have AP classes." And I'm like, "Man, I can make it work," and I did. I absolutely made it work. All right, let's keep going answering some more questions. All right, thanks for the answer. Yeah, no worries, dude. Anytime, anytime. I just want to win so I can finally buy the Wolverine bolt for my VSR 10. Hey, Jim, yeah, it's absolutely, man. You got yourself those extra entries. That'll definitely help. That'll definitely help. And for anyone that doesn't know what we're talking about the extra entries, remember, every Thursday, this is for everyone that's new, all my newer viewers out there, all the lurkers out there. First of all, welcome. I want to say welcome to the live stream. But every Thursday, we do a shopping spree giveaway in which we raffle off a shopping spree giveaway, right, in the form of store credits, right? So we start off with a $600 amount that you can win. $600 that you can win through Airsoft GI, so you can buy anything you want off the website or in store, right? Now, if the winner that we call during that live stream is not present, actually watching the live stream, he can't provide his information. If he can't provide his information, we can't confirm that he won. And if he's not there, and he's not able to win, he doesn't win. We don't call, we don't message. You have to be there watching. If not, we end up stacking the amount by another $600. This happened enough times so that we're up at the point where we're giving away a $2,400 shopping spree giveaway that you guys can win. Yes, you, everyone watching right now, you guys have a chance to win. All it takes is a $20 plus order. However, during this live stream only, right, if you place an order that is $50 or more before the end of the stream, that being at 5 p.m., so you only got like 48 more minutes left, right? You place an order that's $50 or more, you'll be getting 5 entries into the shopping spree giveaway. If it's an order for an airsoft gun that's $100 or more, you'll be getting 10 entries in the shopping spree giveaway. And if you pick up the bigger wins, let me type that in, bigger wins, so you can guys see it on the website too, the bigger wins YouTube unboxing mystery box, you will be getting 10 entries as well. And with the bigger wins YouTube unboxing mystery box, we grant requests in this mystery box. So leave in the comment section of the order when you place it, hey, I would really much like a M4, or I want an AK, or I want something that's more unique, or hey, I'm a complete beginner. I'm trying to save myself some money, and I bought this mystery box. I was told you guys can hook me up with everything that I need to get started playing. 100%. We've done that many, 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 many times, and we've hooked some people up with like way more. Oh, this is the premium. This is the premium. My apologies. Bigger wins. There you go. The bigger wins is actually way more. Yeah, 220, not 280. I was like, that seems a little much. Yeah, bigger wins, unboxing mystery box. Yeah, we've done the exact same thing, right? So you guys can get some dope shit out of this. Not only that, you automatically get free shipping in this mystery box. Already a banger, right? You get entered into the bonus raffles we have. We have 2 left, 2 bonus raffles left that we're doing, so you can win some more stuff. Absolutely. And of course, those 10 entries into the $2,400 giveaway, so don't miss out. Let's see here. Cubic Gaming, should I buy a new gun, etc.? Yeah. Yeah, 100%. Absolutely. If you have the means for it, then yeah, it's entirely up to you, but I would say go for it, because here's the thing. Again, like I said, if you buy an airsoft gun, so $100 or more, you get entered into the shopping spree giveaway with 10 entries to win. So now would definitely be the time. Want to go and give a shout out to Ethan. They just got themselves 20 entries into the shopping spree giveaway. Holy shit. Holy shit. Damn, again, guys. People are taking advantage of it. You got to be the one. You got to be the one to take advantage as well. Okay. I'm going to my local site tomorrow. Should I buy something or not? Yeah. Oh, that's why you were asking, should I buy a new gun? I would say yes if you want to. If you absolutely want to have your own gun, then I would say, yeah, 100%. It's always worth it. Airsoft guns are cool. They are very, very cool. And even if you don't play with it, like going to a field, you just have a really cool toy on you, man. It's a very fucking cool collectible item to have, right? Now, if you've never played at all, I would say go try a rental, right? I would say go try a rental first. Try doing a rental, see how you like it. But if you're saying you have 2 guns and all your gear, okay, so you have 2 stuff already, then I would say, yeah, maybe just buy yourself a really cool gun and then go play. Either or, it's entirely up to you, bro. Sure. Jim the Medvac, and I have to wear something on my head or others get glare and get a burn. Oh no, just my bald lol. I didn't even think about that. You know, actually, at one point, I don't know if I ever showed you. I'm pretty sure I've mentioned it on the stream when I was streaming with Cisco. Um, I actually shaved my head one time, not intentionally. I had to do it because I was giving away free haircuts, and one of my homies was like, "Hey, you know, Taylor, our old head tech." He was like, "I'll give you a haircut," and I was like, "Oh, sick!" And he fucked it up. He fucked it up so bad that I was like, "You know what? Just fuck it. The only way to fix this is to make me bald." So he just shaved my whole head, and for a while I walked around with a shaved head, man. Guys, make also want to go on and give a shout out to. If you guys want to as well, highly recommend that you guys check out tomorrow's podcast. Tomorrow's podcast is going to be very, very interesting. I would love to get into airsoft, but there's no fields near me, and it is way out of my budget. Precast, no, that can definitely suck when there's no fields local to your area. But actually, what I would suggest is once you save up enough. Well, first of all, we have a bunch of deals going on at Airsoft GI, right? Where you can save yourself money. We have a bunch of stuff on discounts right now, shocker deals. But what I would say, precast, is a lot of guys, even in the SoCal area at one point, were very much in your same position as well, right? What I would suggest is see if you can get yourself and maybe a few of your friends into this hobby, right? See if you can get you and your friends into this hobby. Get yourself some airsoft guns, and if any of you guys have like a big enough backyard, just play there. Seriously, like that, just play in the backyard. It's gonna be super fun. Or if you have any sort of private land or sort of like property out there, just start like setting up barricades. This is literally what guys used to do, right? Bossman was telling me that guys would play in like abandoned factories, or they would, call ahead and be like, hey, I want to play in this area. Can we play here, right? Can we set up? We're playing with these toys. You never know. Like, again, law enforcement might actually say yes. It very much could be a thing. There are still a lot of places out there where, cops don't care. They don't care about, like, kids. They got way bigger things to worry about than kids playing with airsoft guns, right? So maybe find an area, right, that's, like, maybe some private property or out in the middle of nowhere, and see if you guys can go out and play there and just set up some barricades. It could be literal trash. Right, pieces of plywood, some trash cans. If you want, like maybe some old ass cars, like junker cars that don't work anymore. Right, just piece of scrap metal, throw them around, and that's it. You got yourself a bona fide field. That's literally how a lot of fields in SoCal got started. Right, 100%. You can start your own field or your own local area and your own little like group on maybe Facebook, Instagram, or any sort of social media. Have a page for you guys that way to like, hey, we're gonna be playing out on this day. Make sure to come out. Absolutely, that is 100% how airsoft started. You could very well be the next pioneer of airsoft in your area, in your field, or in your state or town, whatever. Right? You can definitely get that started. A lot of people have done it. Make sure I'm not missing anything. Answer that one already. Okay, let's go scroll down to the most recent questions. Oh. Sure, I'm not missing anything. Ah, God. Here comes Jim the Mad Viking. Will you all start carrying Slong products asking for Acrite? Not too sure about that one. Maybe in the future. Chris Pollard. Hello, Isaias. I just got my Lancer Tech. I love it. Thank you for all the info. No, dude, of course. If you were, oh, thank you, dude. You didn't have to say it. Like that really means a lot to me that I was able to convince you to get something and that you actually enjoyed it. That's the thing. That's always my goal. I never want to convince people to buy something that they wouldn't like. I genuinely do try to find something that would fit a player's needs and what they want. Right? Try to find a balance between the two. Right, I always want to hear that my customers are happy with what it is that they've purchased, and I'm very happy that you got your Lancer and that you are very happy with it. Very, very cool. Very cool. Did someone say knife fight? Oh, that's why. Squirrely Nuts Airsoft. How do you feel about rubber melee and airsoft? Also, I challenge me, to a rubber knife fight whenever I get out to BB War someday. Ooh, okay. I've been called out. On stream. Yeah, Squirrely Nuts, I'll gladly take you on 1v1 me, bro, in a rubber melee knife fight, right? Granted, I will have to find my rubber melee knife somewhere around there. I don't know where it is, but it's somewhere there. But No, you're not in the 2000s. I remember that was really big when like I was first starting to get into like airsoft. Then everyone had a rubber melee knife. But no, I would 100% do it. Though I would actually maybe extend it so it's not just knives. I would say either lightsaber, foam swords, any sort of like melee weapon, like a Nerf axe, right? A la Bob the Axe Man, right? Yeah, I would totally be down for like a melee fight, right? I do have to warn you, I am actually fairly good when it comes to axes and bigger melee weapons. Knives, maybe not the best in the world, but swords, blades, I'm actually pretty good with when it comes to my my handling skills. Let's see here. But how do I feel about them in airsoft? Dude, I want more of it, right? Like, I think it's cool. I think it's hard to be able to find an opportunity to use it. But, you know, if you're quick and you're fast and you're stealthy enough, I think absolutely. There are plenty of guys, especially when we went, oh my God, when we went to US Airsoft Field, there was a dude who would like fucking, oh man, the amount of, he killed and he scared the living Jesus out of fucking, out of RGK, right? RGK was going through this indoor section of US Airsoft Field, the Hive, right, is what they call it. And this man was just tucked in a corner waiting for him, and he comes out of the shadows, just shing, right, just freaking knifes him. RGK was scared shitless. Absolutely scared shitless. And this guy is like a legend too. This guy has like got so many fucking knife kills under his belt, right? It's fucking amazing. It's really freaking cool. Absolutely cool. I think if you're skilled enough, yes, but it definitely requires a few circumstances to work out. But as far as like, you know, hey, I challenge you to a melee fight, I think you should. If you're cool, then yeah, you'll accept the fight. You'll accept the fight, and the fight should go uninterrupted. No one should come in and just be like, "All right, let me interrupt this fight." Right? Okay, VA check hit today, so I got $50 gift card for those 5 inches. Hey, my man, my man. Okay, this one comes from Luca Mulligan again. For my first airsoft game, do you recommend playing CQB or at an outdoor field? Both are at the same distance to drive. That's cool that you actually have like fields that are equidistant to you, so you have options. But Luca, for me, my recommendation, go with what you want, what seems more alluring to you. Now, move that out of the way. Generally, I recommend going to I recommend going to outdoor fields first, typically. Because I do feel like there is more room for different types of play styles. Indoor play, CQB, you gotta be fast. You gotta be aggressive. You gotta move. Because if you're not, you're gonna die really quick, right? So I normally like to do outdoor more just because I feel like there's more room for, like, I guess it's more forgiving, I would say, if that's a better way to describe it. It's a little more forgiving. You can be a little more passive. Okay, I want to go and give a shout out to Nick. Got himself the 10 entries. He either got himself a bigger one to do a box mystery box, or he got himself an airsoft gun that's $100 or more. And Cutter, my man, that's right. He took advantage and he got himself the 5 entries into the shopping spree giveaway. Guys, make sure that you get as many entries as you possibly can into the $2,400 shopping spree giveaway. Remember, that amount can be yours, and all you got to do is place one order. We've had previous winners literally win off an order for BBs before. You guys can go ahead and be the next big winner. All you got to do is place a $20 or greater order. But remember, these promos out right now are only going to be during the live stream going on right now. So any $50 order that you place, as long as $50 or more, doesn't matter what it is, place it before the end of the live stream at 5 p.m. So you got, what is that? 37 minutes. Yeah, 37 minutes. Quick math. 37 minutes, and these promos are going to end. But if you go ahead and pick up a bigger wins YouTube unboxing mystery box, this bad boy right here that I have on screen, $220, automatic free shipping, higher retail value than what you actually pay for, and bonus raffle, right? You get entered into the bonus raffles. 10 chances to win, guys. Don't miss out. Okay, let's keep scrolling up. Okay. Answered all those questions. Let's go ahead and scroll down to the most recent questions. Holy shit. This one comes from Midnight Garcia. Do you guys sell gas blowback AK-47s? We do. I think right now, I don't know about the 47. I know we have the 74s. I know we have the 74s for sure. Let's see. Gas AK-74. Yeah, the Wells, the WeTech. Actually, we do have the WeTech 47s. The WeTech 47 Spec Ops. That's a great option, actually. And it's on a shocker deal, too. You're saving yourself quite a few bucks on that one. Hell yeah. That one. There you go. Absolutely. There you go. Okay, let's see here. Just got a KR103 in my Independence mystery box. What's a good 11-1 stick lipo battery and a charger? Any lipo charger, honestly, will do the job just fine. But as far as battery for, because I'm assuming that one is top wired, if I remember correctly. If it's top wired, like most of the AKs typically are, usually I would say go with 11.1 lipo battery. All right, let's see. Let's scroll on here. Something along the lines of, oh, okay, this guy. This is a fairly popular one, especially among AKUs. I noticed that the Echo 1, I think, is a little bit thinner than the Lancer one. So I would say maybe go with the Echo 1, 11.1 or 11.1 volt lipo battery. This 25C stick works very, very well, and it's cheap, $20. That's an automatic entry into the shopping spree giveaway. Again, maybe pick up some BBs, maybe a speed loader, right? And there you go. Maybe, oh yeah, pick up a charger too. Again, you can go with any lipo charger you want. Right? There's so many different options to choose from. I think a lot of them sell out pretty quickly though. Personally, I've used the Tenergy one, I've used the Echo one, I've used the Lancer one. I've even tried the Vulcan ones. They all do their job. They all do their job. And all of them, as long as it's a lipo balanced charger, it will all work. Jyla, what happened to most of the Magpul? So a lot of the Magpul products just sold out, right? A lot of the Magpul products just sold out on the website. Yeah, and they were pretty expensive to restock. So honestly, going with other brands like PTS seems to work just fine, right? And other accessories are available as well, right? That are going to be a lot more affordable and friendlier to people's wallets. Make sure I'm not missing anything. Oh, Isaiah's in trouble now. Oh, just got a lightsaber. Ooh, you're a lightsaber man as well, Squirrely Nuts Airsoft. I'm gonna have to bust my lightsaber out as well. I'm actually curious. Like, I'm actually in the process of building another one, a nicer quality one, right? But I'm actually very curious as to what color blade's your favorite. Let me know what color blade too. If you guys, let me know, like for guys that actually like lightsabers too, or if you're a big Star Wars nerd, what color lightsaber would you want? For me, I've always been in the toss-up between blue and red, right? So definitely would have to go with the purple for me. I feel like that just ultimately describes you the best. Okay, let's see here. What weight are you? What BBs are you using? Do you think .28 is good for stock AR? Do I go 3.0? So typically for most players, what we usually see is they'll typically either go with a 2.0 or a 2.5, right? That's like the two most popular BB weights we'll see, period. And for stock guns, that works very, very well. You can try a 2.8. Just bear in mind when you go up in 2.8s, yeah, it will probably be a little more consistent. It probably won't fly off as much, but you are going to need to adjust the hop up more in order to properly lift the BB. Right? Otherwise, you're not going to be getting the range necessary. So just adjust your hop up a little more. And 2.8s, yeah, they're fine for stock. It'll require a little bit of work, but it can still work. Jester, how you doing, bruh? Is that an M200 pound? Yes. Yes, it is. Let's scroll down to the most recent questions. Team Shadow Airsoft red all day. Okay, a Sith man, I see. Double-bladed red. Interesting, interesting. I'm a Purple Blade Darth Revan. My man, Squirrely Nuts. A man of culture as well. A man of culture. Revan is. That's absolutely correct. The correct answer would have been you dual wield. One red, one purple. This one comes from Arch Kotehar. Are double bell AKs good now? So double bell AKs and a lot of like the airsoft guns in that sort of price range, they're going to be good for, depends on what you mean by good, right? But I would say yes. So it typically depends on what you're trying to do with it, right? If you were looking for a solid, simple AEG that was great for upgrades, right? Ready to go, just begging for some more upgrade components, then yeah, I would say go for it, right? They work fine. They work just great. I would say if you were looking for an AK to like just start building out and that was going to look cool and it was full metal already, yeah, go with the double L AKs. Why not? Why not? Okay, let's see. Will Wilson, I like lightsabers but got too many other hobbies to buy them. No, dude, I hear that. I got to rebuild my Suzuki Samurai, right? I got so many airsoft guns that I'm like in the process of finishing out, right? I just got to build it out. I don't know why I have too many, and I'm also building out more airsoft loadouts. Like, oh, come on. I'm working on my World War II Marine kit right now. Oh, dude, I got a lot of stuff on my plate. Make sure I'm not missing anything. Jim the Mad Viking. Make sure I'm not missing anything. Former Ranger. Hey, Jim the Mad Viking. I didn't know you were a former Ranger. That's badass, dude. Okay. Okay, I think. Pretty sure. Okay, pretty sure we caught up on those. Okay, let's go down to the most recent question. Had some major health issues when I got out. Yeah, dude, I'm sorry to hear that. That's actually pretty common from what I hear. Honestly, a lot of guys when they get out, they're just believe it or not, more than like health as in like internal like organs or anything. It's a lot of back problems from what I hear. Honestly, that fucking sucks. Like when I see a lot of like guys that I knew, they come out and they're just like their backs are just not what they used to, man. Or their knees. That's another big one. Their knees are just constantly shot. Like they have no cartilage left. Like damn, bro. Like fucking hell. All right, let's see here. You're not old, Jim. You're not old. Okay, Luca Mulligan. Thanks for the answer. How often do these promo stream? Do you do these promo streams? I might think about getting a mystery box to start playing. Yeah, so I typically try to do a promo. However, these promos are not always frequent when it comes to like the in-store streams. Usually, I do another stream from home actually. Called the No Flightless live stream. I do those every Tuesday night from 7:30 to 9:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I do them from my house. Those I do try to bring those streams out back, but for me to do this type of promos during a Storefront live stream, like in the middle of the day, it's actually kind of rare. So I would highly recommend, if you do have the means, obviously don't want to force anyone, but it would be in your best interest, especially if you want to go ahead and get more entries into the shopping spree giveaway and win $2,400. And because the Bigger Wins Unit Boxing mystery boxes are on a limited amount, there's a limited quantity for them, I would say probably best to do it now if you can. Yeah. Okay, let's scroll down to the most recent question. Holy shit. Okay, this one comes from Will Wilson. Oh, this is a good question. I got an Arcturus NYO3 CB and have been thinking of replacing the inner barrel and bucking. It already has a Type bore. I don't know if it's worth it yet. I've only used it twice. Anything over it? Yes. I would 100% recommend swapping out the inner barrel. Because, yeah, even though it is using a 602 Type 4 inner barrel, it's not going to have the same smooth, like, I guess that's, I don't know if that's really a term, the same smoothness, right? It's not going to be as smooth and as well finished as, say, a unicorn barrel, right? 100% Will Wilson, my best recommendation would be get the unicorn Type 4 inner barrels. Yes, they are a 603, so not going to be a 602, but they are going to have a lot less friction when the BB is coming out of the barrel, right? Compared to a stock barrel you get like that, right? They're not bad barrels. They're not bad barrels. But the unicorn is just, dude, Japanese space magic, man. Japanese space magic, dude. And here, I'll pull them up for you as well, right? Unicorn. I misspelled that. I totally misspelled it. Unicorn Airsoft. There you go. Right? Unicorn Airsoft. Type that in. We've actually been doing a lot of testing with these bad boys. It's insane the level of like consistency and range improvement that we actually see just from swapping out the inner barrels, bro. It's like 100%. That's the easiest upgrade that you can go ahead and do because it's gonna come included with the upgrade. With the upgrade. Fucking idiot. It's going to come included with the inner barrel itself, obviously, but it will also come included with the bucking and the hop-up nub right out of the box. Right out of the box, man. I want to give another shout-out to Derek. Looks like he got himself one set of extra 5 entries, another set of extra 5 entries. Guys, you do not want to go ahead and miss out. Place your orders. Take advantage of the promos we have going on. Remember, any $50 order that you place before 5:30 or 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, you'll be getting 5 entries into the shopping spree giveaway. Place an order for an airsoft gun, literally any airsoft gun that's $100 or more, and you'll be getting yourself 10 entries into the shopping spree giveaway. I want to give another shout out to Clay with the 5 entries, Carlos with the 5 entries, and Clay again with another 5 entries. Guys, these guys are smart. They are taking advantage, so you can as well. Place your orders right now before the end of the stream. You only got, what is that? 26 minutes before the end of the stream. Order now while you can. But yeah, Will Wilson, like, yes, I would 100% recommend swapping it out for a better quality inner barrel, right? Because the ones you get out of the factory, they're good, but they are still just factory spec versus these unicorns, which are going to be so much better quality. Like, dude, I'm not joking. This is, if nothing else, pick this up. Pick this up from Airsoft GI, and I guarantee you will be seeing a massive improvement. Chris Pullen, I got shot in my stomach and have pancreatic now. Oh, dude, that sucks. I'm sorry, man. Oh, and Jim, you battled leukemia for like dude, what the fuck, man? Dude, you're a fucking badass, man. Like fucking hell, leukemia ain't no joke, dude. Seriously. You're a fucking Giga Chad, man. Absolute Giga Chad. Jesus. Kirill Krastev, for how long do you plan on streaming tonight? So today I'm only going to be streaming for another 25 minutes. I got my clock's down there. For another 25 minutes, and then that's going to be the end of the live stream. So these promos are going to end. So again, guys, make sure that you take advantage while you can. But I will also be going live again Tuesday. I'll be going live Tuesday night as part of my No Flight List live stream, where I end up having a guest come on as well, a guest speaker, and I interview them, answer some questions, talk airsoft, and then we go from there. Sure. Team Shadow Airsoft. I'm looking for a slick-looking yet solid metal grip for the fur fans. Price isn't a question, but what vertical grip do you think would look good? A metal grip. Metal. Let me type that in. Metal grip. I believe it's either Atlas Custom Works or it's Ranger Armory that has like a metal grip like a vertical grip that might work for you. Oh, the Tac 9 one actually doesn't look bad at all. That's actually a pretty solid one. Yeah, come on. And there we go. Yeah. This is one that I'd probably recommend. Yeah, I would say this is probably a decent one. Yeah. And this one is supposed to be compatible with like Picatinny rails as well. Yeah, I would say that's one. But if you're saying for the Fur Friends, the Fur Friends does have I believe it's an M-Lock rail, so you probably need like an M-Lock one. I mean, you could also just get like an M-Lock adapter, right, for it. I would also say maybe... Oh, damn, that one's sold out as well. As far as metal grips, not too many of them that I know off the top of my head are made out of metal. I know there's the NC Star one as well. This one will look cool. I mean, again, as far as looks go, it's all going to be a matter of individual preference, right? Whatever you think looks cool, it's cool, right? Because you think it's cool. That one's pretty simple, like a basic like broom handle on there, but it's got a little bit more texturization on the grip. That's pretty solid, right? It's all going to be a matter of individual preference, really, at the end of the day. Clay got himself another 5 entries? What the hell? Clay, my boy. He is stacking up right now. So, yeah, make sure you guys take advantage of those promos because, again, it's not that much time left. 23 more minutes, and that's it. But as far as, like, other, like, vertical grips... I think that's pretty much going to be about it, honestly, as far as that, like, typically that we would normally carry. Because, again, with a lot of, like, grips, they're typically made out of polymer because they want to be lightweight. They don't want to weigh too much or add too much weight to the front end of the airsoft gun. But those are good options. Gesture, my knees and back are shot. Ooh, fuck, dude. Yeah, that sucks. I'm a grumpy old man now, too. Okay, let's scroll down the most recent questions. Oh, shit. Make sure I'm not missing anything. Hey, now, them Arcturus barrels are not... Hey, yeah, dude, Jester, I just said, too, like, the Arcturus barrels are good. They're good. But are they Unicorn Airsoft good? I'll be honest, no. And that's not to blame anyone. Really, like, here's the thing. It's comparing, like, a factory, right, that has to make all this stuff and meet a certain quota versus a factory that's, like, literally just making inner barrels, right? Not just inner barrels, but, like, you know, they're just focusing solely on the quality inner barrel component versus, like, oh, we got to put the whole gun, right? Yeah, their focus and their attention is going to be on the inner barrels. Yeah, Clay is freaking taking advantage, dude. 100%. Boss Man's just letting me know, like, that Clay is, yeah, like, Clay 100%. He's been taking advantage of all the entry specials and has been watching the live stream for a while now. He's a fairly newer, like, viewer. So, Clay, if you're watching, thanks, man. Shout out to you, bro. He's smart. He caught on real fucking quick that, like, hey, these promos, you better take advantage of all of them. Okay, make sure I'm not missing anything. Yeah, they are nice. I do like the inner barrels that Arcturus guns do come with, but again, I will have to give the edge to the Unicorn Airsoft inner barrels. They're just too nice, man. And there's literal science behind it. Like the way that they're produced, there's so much less friction. They're so much more smooth than most inner barrels, like period, on the market. Out of everyone, they're probably one of the, if not the smoothest barrel that you can get right now, and they're fairly affordable too. That's what's crazy. Let's see here. Make sure I'm not missing anything. Okay, what is the best plate carrier for beginners for the long run? This one comes from Manuel Chief Torres. Hey, what's going on, bro? I recognize your name. Manuel, best plate carrier for beginners for the long run. That's a tough one, actually, because there's quite a few different plate carriers that you can honestly run. And I don't normally say, like, plate carriers, like, for beginners. Yeah, like, I mean, there's a couple different options, right? Whatever you think really ultimately looks cool. I guess if I had to pick a plate carrier that's good for beginners, give me a second. Let me pull it up. I know I saw it here the other day. Man, my eyes really fucking hurt. Okay, this is an example. Something like this, right? 4150. That's actually a really solid price for tactical gear. Actually, if you use coupon code GEAR, spelled GEAR, at checkout, you'll be getting up to 20% off all tactical gear. So just throwing that out there. But yeah, this 1000D nylon buckle-up assault plate carrier is actually very, very good. Lightweight. It's not super bulky. It's not the smallest plate carrier in the world, right? But it's not super big either. It's actually very minimal. I like this. Kind of reminds me of a JPC in its shape, but it does have these swift clip style system right here, so you can swap out the placard for something else if you wanted to. Maybe like have different bunch of placards out. One for like 5.56 mags, maybe one for AK mags or 308s. Another one for like SMG style magazines. You can do a lot with this system, right? It's very cool. A lot of MOLLE real estate, fully adjustable, can hold up actual plates too. Yeah, I'd say go for this one. This is probably your best bet for a beginner plate carrier or affordable plate carrier that's going to last you years and years and years to come. Black Brick Airsoft Alpha Stock. Let's see. I thought you just have to type it up. Let's see. Go low to high. Yep, there it is. I literally just type in Alpha Stock, refined search from price from low to high, and there you go. Alpha Stock right there. If you want to copy this SKU down, the actual product number, it's 38767. Very easy. Just type that in. That'll be the only thing that shows up. Okay, let's go ahead and scroll down to the most recent questions. Oh, God, my freaking eyes. Ah! It is okay, just going crazy because it says trying to talk to boys about the new barrels from the podcast. Lol, I think they are on the same level. I don't know if they're on the same level, because I was talking to Bossman specifically about it, and he was saying like, no, yeah, like these are definitely like gonna be offering less friction than the unicorn barrels. Yeah, like from what I don't think they're gonna be on the same level. Honestly, I'm being serious. Like I remember talking to Bossman about this, and he was saying like, yeah, no, these unicorn barrels, and he showed me the chart too. He showed me all the info when it came to like how they manufacture these. Like it's insane. It's absolutely insane. Okay, answer that one. Answer that one. What's the best upgrades to have an accurate and precise shots? That's comes from Arch Tehar. That's actually a very good question. Again, the easiest answer would be bucking inner barrel. Hop up nub if you want to get more consistency. I would say maybe if you want to go ahead and, well, yeah, that's pretty much going to be answered. Yeah, that's going to go ahead and answered. Bucking inner barrel. That's like your easiest upgrades that you can go ahead and do. Chris Paul, love you, Isaias. Thank you, man. Thank you. Appreciate that. What is the degree bucking? This comes from Will Wilson. And what does that even mean? Why does it matter? So the degree bucking, the higher the degree goes, the stiffer the bucking is going to be, right? So typically, like going with a stiffer bucking is usually recommended if you're going to go for a heavier weight BB, right? So if you wanted to say lift anything like 3.0 and above, usually the stiffer is going to help out a lot in the long run. You having a stiffer bucking is going to help out a lot in the long run, right? Usually you'll find a lot of guys who do like DMR builds. Like myself, I usually run like either minimum I'll do like a 70, 75, but a lot of times I'll do like an 80 degree bucking. And then I'll swap out the nub as well. Yeah, and I pretty much do that for all like my longer range builds that I have. That's like what Taylor used to do for everything that I did. All my DMRs too, like my Scar has that. And it fucking shoots far, bro. Shoots fucking far. Let's see here. Can you bring in Unisoft high cap upgrade parts to GI? Obi Vic Kenobi, again, yeah. Again, like I said in yesterday's stream, DM us directly, Instagram, Facebook, Discord, and we can maybe talk about it. Maybe we can go ahead and bring that up to the table and see if that's something we can go ahead and do. Okay, let's scroll down to the most recent questions. Guys, we only have about 16 more minutes before the end of the live stream, so make sure to go ahead and ask your Airsoft questions. If you haven't already, make sure to go ahead and leave the live stream a thumbs up. Really helps us out beat that YouTube algorithm, especially if you share the video around to as many people as possible. If you know anyone that's struggling to get into Airsoft, let them know to swing our way. We can definitely help them out. Chris Pollard, it's hard to find people to talk to. Canada has no Marines. Oof. Sorry about that, man. Luca Mulligan, do you recommend full seal mask or separate safety glasses and mouth cover? So not safety glasses. You want to find something that's actually full seal. And what I mean by that is like a lot of glasses that you get, even safety glasses sometimes, right? They can leave an opening. They're kind of flat. Sometimes they might be curved a little bit, but not fully to cover the actual eyes. Full seal goggles means that they're fully going to seal up the eyes themselves, so that way you cannot like get any sort of debris inside of your eyes, right? So goggles, full seal eye pro is what's going to be required, and ANSI rated as well. That's going to be the minimum requirement for most airsoft fields. I like doing that route, like the full seal eye protection, like something low profile. I'll usually like to make like my own little mesh guard, and then I'll wear like a nice fitted, nice and tight face wrap of some kind, so that way it holds it in place. That's typically my setup, because that way it's a lot easier for me to actually ADS properly and use my optics correctly. Because a lot of times when you have like the bulkier style mesh mask or the bulkier style goggles, a big problem that a lot of players have is actually being able to use their optics. And sometimes, yeah, using a riser can help, but not always. It doesn't always remedy the solution. Right, having like a lower profile like system like mine really does help out when it comes to being able to aim down sights while still protecting your pearly whites. That's what I would typically say. Make sure I'm not missing anything. Okay, let's scroll down to the most recent questions. Holy shit. Rage Series low profile and don't fog. Yeah, the Rage Series goggles work very, very well. Here, I can pull those up for you guys as well. Rage goggles. Gaggles. I actually knew a guy, one of my friends from the Midwest. He used to say, that's how he used to say goggles all the time. He was from Ohio. He's like, hold on, I need to grab my gaggles. I was like, what? Your what? My gaggles. But yeah, one of these guys, right? These are not bad. These are actually very, very good. They are a little bit on the bulkier side for me personally. But, you know, these are definitely an improvement. Me, as far as the goggles that I like, let's see. Gaggles. Hold on 1 second. Tactical gear. Gaggles. There you go. And ever since I met him, I cannot stop saying goggles. Like, I know it's goggles, but I want to say gaggles all the time. But yeah, going with something like this, right? This is one of my favorite set of goggles, this system. The ASG Strike systems. There's a dual pane clear anti-fog goggles too. These are dope. These are really cool. I love it when they have a nice back strap in the back, so that way you don't have to worry about like dropping your glasses or anything like that. Like, and these are full seal too. They actually do have a little bit of, I believe it's supposed to be rubber, and like basically serve as like a rubber gasket, right? So it helps kind of seal in your eyes, so you're not going to be getting any BBs from underneath getting into your eyeballs. Right? Very, very cool. Anything like this, very similar design will work very, very well. I prefer this system over pretty much everything else, just because, again, I want to be able to use my optics correctly, and that system just makes it so much easier. Jim the Med Viking, 80 is okay in the heat, but my VSR 10, I only run a 70. Yeah, again, it's all going to depend ultimately, too, on your setup, what BBs you're lifting. Some guys don't need a 80. I typically do, but again, you could be running a 70, Jim. Yeah, that's totally valid. That works, too. I've seen plenty of DMR builds with a 70-degree bucking. Honestly, also, at the end of the day, too, it also is going to be a matter of, like, air compression, too. Because, again, nothing's going to beat a solid, like, good, efficient air efficient setup. So is that the phrasing? That's the phrasing. I'm gonna stick with that. A good air efficient setup is going to be the best setup that you can get for pretty much any airsoft gun. Will Wilson, do you know if the NYO3CB is a true quick change spring system? The NYO3, let me double check to look at that. NYO3. I know that they're gonna be part of the that lineup from Arcturus, but I want to say that they are a quicker change and not a 100% true quick change. Let me double check that though. I want to make sure, just in case. Oh, beforehand, I want to go on and give another shout out to Howard. They got himself 5 entries into the shopping spree giveaway. And Clay again. Clay, he is on it, man. He is 100% on the ball. You guys got to be just like Clay and make sure you take advantage of all the promos going on right now. Don't miss out. For this one, I believe that might be a quicker change spring system. I'm gonna have to double check. If anything, DM us so I can go ahead and take a look, because I think I have one of the NY guns here, and I'll take a look for you. I'll take a look. Just DM me directly. Make sure I'm missing anything. Okay, answer that question. Okay, let's go and scroll down to the most. Oh, jeez. What are the okay? This one comes from Black Bricks Ops. What is the best tracer units you have? So best is going to be a matter. It's a completely subjective thing, right? Because some people will say this is the best. Some people will say this is the best, right? It don't matter. At the end of the day, right? As long as it's a good quality, that's pretty much all that matters, right? It also depends on what features you're looking for, right? For me personally, I'm a sucker for the Spitfire style tracer units. So let's go A-Stick, right? My favorite tracer unit of all time, right, would probably have to be the Ace Tech, the Bifrost, right? There's so many different versions that you can go ahead and get, right? But honestly, I'm in love, and I want to get one of these for myself. I want to get the collab version they did with Lancer, and get the freaking the multicolor one, because this like heat gradation effect is just so fucking cool, man. It's so cool looking. I want to get one of these. But with the Bifrost, it is a tracer unit that does offer, it's like the Spitfire style, so it will offer a simulated muzzle flash whenever a BB passes through it, right? You can program it for that. But what's cool about the Bifrost model specifically is that they offer like the flame effect, the muzzle flash you get comes in an RGB spectrum, right? So you can choose the color that it comes out. Obviously, the Tracer BB itself will still be green or red, depending on which Tracer BB you bought. It'll still be that color. But the flame effect that you get, the RGB spectrum kicks in when it talks about the muzzle flash. So you can have a blue muzzle flash, you can have an orange, yellow, red, purple. You can have a full spectrum, and it's really cool. Like, it's really, really cool. Usually I set it to blue or yellow. Want yellow for, like, to be a little more realistic, and then blue because, like, I like to pretend that I'm a clone trooper, and I'm firing my DC blaster, right? I'm going through. Let's see here. What's best tracer unit? Yeah, so it's really going to be a matter of individual preference. Okay, this one comes from Will Wilson. How do you protect your head and hands first time? Oh, no, hands and head. Head and hands. Yeah, hand and head. Whatever, protect those. First time I went, I only got shot in my forehead, and my hands, not even kidding. So gloves. That's like literally the best thing that I can go ahead and recommend is honestly just wearing gloves. Wearing gloves can really help out. Like, it doesn't even have to be super padded. Like, you can, and it helps, but you don't have to. What I find is that as long as your skin is covered and you're not getting direct skin contact with the BB, a lot of the pain does dissipate much faster. You can still get a bruising, don't get me wrong, it'll still hurt, but even just by wearing gloves that just cover the hands, it will help keep everything down to a minimum. That's what I would suggest. And then as far as your head, headshots are a matter of, like, there could be a lot of factors in play here, right? Like, that's usually says, okay, maybe you want to, like, start practicing, like, not exposing as much of your body out as possible. Maybe don't expose much of your head, because headshots usually, for me, I take that as, like, man, I was sticking out too much. I was too much of a target. I was too easy of a target to stick my head out, right? So I got to be a little bit quicker. I got to be a little faster, a little more aware of how I'm sticking my head out. But if you want to protect it more, I would say either go with a baseball cap, or you can go with a helmet. Bear in mind, you can still get hit in the forehead even with a helmet on. Depends on the angle you're being shot at. But a helmet can help. Okay, scroll down to the most recent questions. Okay, this one comes from Luca again. You said earlier that if you wanted a mystery box, you can tell you guys what you would prefer in the box. Where would I go to do that? So, oh, there you go. Jason, J Crazy Jason, thank you, man. You actually answered the question for me. Yeah, Luca, when you order one of the YouTube mystery boxes, you put your wishes in the comment section of the order, and Cisco will read that with guidance when picking your gun. Yeah, I've helped put those comments, or I help read those comments, and I help sometimes we'll build those mystery boxes as well. Yeah, it's the same thing. Put it in the comment section of the order when you place it, and you'll be able to make your request that way. If you're not able to find it, or if you want to go ahead and double up on that request, what you can do is you can also message us directly on Instagram, Facebook, or Discord. DMs only. Let us know what your order number is. Let us know that, hey, I bought this mystery box. Just to make sure to put my request in. Can I possibly get something like this, like this, like this? What I would suggest too is if you want to be specific and say like, hey, I really want this specific gun, you can do that, but specifics can be a little harder sometimes to do with. Let us know what you're generally looking for and give us something to work with, and we can definitely make that happen. It's a lot easier for us to work with you if you give us more room for creativity, I'll say. Black Brick Ops asks, are you guys hiring? At the moment, we're not hiring. However, I mean, you're always more than welcome to go ahead and shoot your resume. Maybe around the holiday season, you never know, we might be looking for an extra set of hands. You can go ahead and email jobs@airsoftgi.com. We can definitely go ahead and maybe take a look. Again, for the holiday season, sometimes we might look for seasonal work. Really depends. I think we're set for right now. We got enough hands on deck. But, feel free to go ahead and let us know and shoot your shot, if you will. Real American Patriots. Hi, I live in Texas. Can I paint a rifle tip orange and go into an airsoft match so I get it? Real American Patriots, please don't do that. I would not do that. I would actually say that yeah, I get what you're trying to go for, trying to be cheeky, but what I would suggest doing that, probably not. Probably not. Airsoft has enough problems as is trying to not be shed or not be shown into a negative spotlight. We're trying to paint a positive light on Airsoft. Sure, not missing anything. Okay, scroll down to the most recent questions. All right, guys, remember we only have about 4 more minutes left of the live stream, so make sure that you go ahead and ask your questions before the end of the live stream. Again, take advantage of all the promos we have going on. You only have little over 3 minutes left before the end of the live stream, so take advantage of all the promos before it's over. Again, any $50 order that you place right now will get you 5 entries in the shopping spree giveaway. Any order that's $100 for an airsoft gun, right? If it's an airsoft gun that's $100 or more, you'll be getting 10 entries into the shopping spree giveaway. But again, you only have until 5. Only have until 5. And again, make sure you pick up a bigger wins YouTube unboxing mystery box. Black Brick Ops, how old do I have to be to get hired? In order to work in the airsoft industry, generally you are required to be 18 years or older. You got to be 18 years old to buy one. You got to be 18 years old to sell them. Chris Pollard, good night. Love this family. Dude, absolutely. Have a good one, man. Tell them when packing my box mag to put that patch in. Go ahead and put that in the comment section. You can also DM us as well with your order number, and we can see what we can do. Will Wilson, do you use fingerless gloves? I always have issues operating with gloves. I get what you're saying. Usually, I don't like to do fingerless gloves. What I do is I'll get regular gloves, and what I normally do is I cut off just a tip of the index finger and of the thumb. That way I can still manipulate stuff with my fingertips, working with magazines, tools. It's a lot easier to do it and I don't normally get shot on my trigger finger or my thumbs. Where I do normally get shot on my hands is my knuckles, or I'll get shot on the other 3 digits. That sucks when you get shot there. Cutter got himself 10 entries into the shopping spree giveaway. He took advantage of the $100 airsoft gun promo, guys, or the bigger ones you do mystery box. Guys, make sure that you place your orders. You only got a little over 1 minute left before the end of the live stream. Get your entries in. But yeah, normally I would say index finger, just a little bit off, just a little. You don't need a whole lot because you still want to protect most of it. Get a little bit of the index finger and the thumb, and you're set. Okay. I think that pretty much covers most of. Okay, we got some more questions. Thanks for the fun stream. Good night. Waiting for the next one. Kirill, Crash Stev. It's technically not over. You got 1 more minute left. Okay. Darwin's Arbiter. Hey, what's going on, man? Hey, Isaias, what battery do you use for your WeScar HAG? Is an old gun. So for that one, I've upgraded that a lot. I am using a MOSFET in there. For my gun, for that one, I use the Echo 1, or I swap out for a Lancer 1000 milliamperage 11-1 LiPo battery. Seems to work great for mine because I have enough battery space for it. How are teams usually made, and how can I be sure that I'd be on the same team as a friend? It depends. If you're going for in a Milsim event, make sure that you guys register and like if that's what you're going for, right? If you're trying to register for like a Milsim team, and you're like going for a specific event, when they do the roster, make sure you guys put down the same team name. Usually, a lot of field or game organizers like to organize people in the same teams that they put down. However, if you're talking about like playing just like on a regular field, just say that, tell the ref that, oh yeah, we're going together as a pair. They'll usually try to keep you together, even if they have to move people over to one side of the team. They'll make sure to try to keep you together, no matter what team you're on. Essentially, Isaias, can you ask Bossman to answer my question on Discord? Sure, yeah. I mean, we can definitely go take a look. DM Airsoft GI, Airsoft GI on Discord, and we can help you out. Hold up to answer that one. All right, guys, that looks like that is going to be the end of the live stream we got going on right now. Thank you for everyone that decided to go ahead and participate and hang out with the Mayo Gang. It means the world to me that you guys decided to go ahead and hang out with me. Hopefully, I was entertaining them for you guys. I was able to answer your questions. If not, feel free to DM us, Discord, Instagram, Facebook. I will happily get all your questions answered regarding Airsoft. Oh, my throat's dry there for a second. Yeah, and if you guys wanted to go ahead and wait again for the next live stream that we're going to be doing, I'm going to be going live this coming Tuesday. I'm going to be doing my No Flightless live stream where me and a guest are hanging out. We're going to be answering some questions as well. We also have a podcast going live tomorrow as well that you guys want to make sure that you check out as well. It's going to be very, very interesting topics. You guys want to check that out as well. All right, guys, my name has been Isaias. Thank you for watching the live stream right now. If you want to support the channel directly, make sure to get all your Airsoft goodies from Airsoft GI. We have the Bigger Ones Utah Box and Mystery Box that is still available right now. You can still get 10 entries in the Shopping Spree giveaway if you place an order for one of those. Make sure to go ahead and take advantage of all the coupon codes going on right now. Get the best savings possible. Get yourself a shocker deal. Those are the best deals on the